Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I have a bunch of sewing things to show. So I finished my Doraemon inspired sailor outfit. So this is the top. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I did a couple of things. So I have this top that I got or that I used from a dress pattern. And then I did my own collar. I originally had a pattern printed, which it was nice, but it wasn't the size that I was going for. And even now, I was thinking maybe over time I would match the collar to the neckline. And I watched different tutorials on how to make your own sailor collar and um, putting the pieces together for it. But I I'm happy with the way that it turned out, and sometime in the future I will. I I'm happy that I'm finally sewing more items because I miss making my clothes. I would knit a lot when I lived in cooler temperatures, and around October, I'm going to make my way towards Ukraine. Um, I'll at least stay there for some time, and maybe the time after that will be when I have my own place and there's different things that I'm going to do, and then uh different people that have well there's the my colleagues and then other mentees that I've talked to, so I'm excited to go, and it's going to be around my birthday. So I think that'll be great. Um, but I did the bias tape for the stripes, and I did a bow, and it's nice that this project costs less than $10 because all of the blue is from IKEA. It was originally bed sheets and um, a pillowcase, and so I don't have a lot left of it, which is amazing. The bias tape was less than $2. I didn't use a lot of yellow, and I already had this yellow because I have a lot of blue and yellow in my stash. And the buttons, I have two buttons. I might secure the bow so you could see them more. You could see the other one more here, but these were like 37 cents and they're from Hobby Lobby. So I'm so happy with how the top is, and I'm happy that I didn't attach them because I'm comfortable with how to put it on. And there's a couple of things that I'm showing, so I'm gonna move some stuff over. But I'm trying to see what I could do with my clothing situation because I don't think I necessarily have a lot of clothing, but the clothing that I have is bulky because I like voluminous skirts and dresses and knitwear. I brought a good amount of my knitwear still, and um, they take up a good amount of space. So when I make a garment, I don't mind taking some time with it and making sure that this is what I want because I have moved a lot over the years, but I do want to settle somewhere. So I'm hoping it'll come together. I feel like it will come together. I recently had to get a a new phone and a new phone plan, so um, I think things are starting to align, and I work remotely now, so it's definitely um, honestly, it's been like a dream of mine because I know some people want to go into work, and a lot of people want to be like have like a hybrid type of position. But I've been really happy not having to go in, and then work starts in 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me just get to the bedroom, and I'll just sounds strange, but I'll just do what I have to do, and it's been nice. So this is the skirt that goes with it. So, oh, it is a little, it is cropped technically. I like high-waisted things. I wasn't completely intentionally trying to go this short, but it's honestly not far off from the other tops that I have because I wear things that balance it out with like, again, a skirt. So this is this skirt, and um, I'm really happy I tried to make it neat and then something that I could wear for a long time because um, it's already nice material, it's cotton, and there's lining in here. And I use the part of the lining there that's already finished off, which is nice. Um, and I'm next time I might bring the lining down a little bit because it's where the band is, where I gathered. Um, so it's a little like thicker there, but I don't mind. But I feel like lining is super important for me. I feel like in general, but for me because I feel like it just again makes it just kind of brings like more body to it, and then it makes it like nice quality for me, and I feel that I want it to be a good quality or excellent quality for me to wear it. And I'm happy with the colors, and I'm happy that it's not shiny or that it's something that I could wear on an everyday basis, and I have been. So, and it's been super fun because I do get compliments, and my friend was like, "Oh, it looks like a Sailor Moon outfit," and it does. Like when I finished it, I was like, "This is like Sailor Moon core," which I don't mind. And if you know Doraemon, he's a futuristic cat robot. So he's blue. He has the red and the yellow and white. I was thinking of doing the stomach white, but I was like, you know what? I think like you'll see the white in the bands or the stripes, so I think that's fine. And I'll move to other things. I hope I don't repeat things that I've shown already, but I'm trying to put some stuff away and figure out my how I'm sorting things because um I have certain things in my room that are sorted, and then my clothes are the main things that aren't sorted. So I got this, and I don't usually buy the bed sheets. I usually buy like um the pillowcases, but if I'm making a full-on garment that I want one color, maybe I'll invest in it. So this is from the thrift store, and it's five whole dollars. And that's another reason why I don't usually get them that much because the pillowcases are like $1. But I wanted to make a kimono, or I say that I guess loosely because there's different types of traditional Japanese clothing. So I was thinking, I don't know what it would be because I don't think it's necessarily cosplay, but anime inspired that I could wear every day because I love that I love that it reminds me of the show, but it's not something that like I only wear once a year or something. So and I love theatrical clothing. I like really just fun and uh I guess bold in some way in my way. And this will be I've been watching a lot of Inuyasha lately, and it's complete throwback because obviously it came back. It came out a couple of not just a couple of years ago. It came out a while ago, and as much as like the complexity of the relationships kind of was um like when you're a lover girl or me being a Libra, I'm just like, oh man. And most of my chart is in Scorpio, so um, the whole relationship dynamic, sometimes I'm just like, feel more intensely than maybe I should. But um, still, I do watch it, and there was a couple of outfits from that show. Kami-sama Kiss, oh my gosh, I want to make a lot of her outfits. I tried to see if I could just like look it up online instead of going back to the shows. And I might have to just like take pictures as I'm watching because I love the outfits in that show. And then Nana or Nana and Paradise Kiss literally be was it fashion uh school. So it's like I love the artwork of Nana and maybe some of the manhwas, but those are more princessy. Maybe at some point I'll do like a few princess types of inspired dresses, but Studio Ghibli, I heard it's pronounced a different way in Japanese, but I usually hear like either Gilby or Ghibli. So, I love the idea of certain outfits in there. This will be, I don't know if I said it, I'm sorry, I keep like rambling on. This will be Shippo's outfit, or at least the top, and then he has dark bottoms. So he is the fox demon. He's the baby fox in the show, and I feel like I could do like Kikyo or Kagome's outfit because towards the end, or even towards like the very beginning, she wears something that like that Kikyo wore. So, and then Kagome also has like the sailor type of uniform too, which is fun. I mean, I guess I could do different types of sailor outfits. Usually you see like the sailor outfits with pleated skirts, but or like a pleated dress. I just felt like for now that's great for me doing like a band, an elastic band, because it's pretty straightforward and I I feel like it's kind of muscle memory, so that's nice. And then I did learn other techniques um, in when I was making this, so I I feel like at the very least that this is definitely a go-to, and I love wearing clothes that I make. It's so fun. I'm sorry, there's like wrinkling next to me because I do have a crafter's bin because I went to IKEA the other day and I got another one. They came with um scissors, which was nice. I took them out prematurely because I was curious if it would actually cut fabric, and it does. So they're really sharp. They don't advertise it as fabric scissors, but if you know, you know, like if you tried cutting fabric with other types of scissors that don't cut fabric, like it looks like you were just chewing your way through the fabric. So very nice. And then I think I'm gonna take it out of the plastic. Sorry. But it was only $9.99. So ex showroom model spare parts. So you get all this fabric for $9.99. And it's good quality, as I was saying, and that's why I love like finding different fabrics. And then um, I've I buy stuff from stores here and there if I really love the style of it, but for the most part, it becomes like one of those things where you love the comfort of the clothing. I'm gonna say something else, but I'm gonna take off the plastic and I'm gonna pause it because it's making a lot of noise. And I look forward to using the bin for something. Um, I I just feel like even with wearing this outfit in the summertime, and it gets like to around 100 and it's been 110, 111 for a lot of the days in even before summer, not as much, but like occasionally, and now it's becoming hotter and hotter. And so even when I'm walking out in an outfit like this, when it's like full on, like the outfit's pretty like there's a lot of fabric with it. Um, I'm not nearly as hot as if I were to wear um a, a tank top that I got from the store that isn't natural fibers and that it just you could just feel it being not breathable. So eventually I do want to sew like tank tops and stuff because I do like wearing tank tops and maybe that's like a reason why I wear tank tops because like the fast fashion clothing is so warm for me. So these are three materials. I don't think they're all cotton, like this golden one, but I was thinking this would be part of Shiba's outfit if I'm not mistaken. But I'm curious as to what it was before. I'll see what I could do with it, but I had this whole conversation about like, oh, natural fibers, and then I'm gonna show this one first, but the other ones feel like more natural. It's just this one, but I feel like this would be really nice to use. And if it's not for that outfit, then I will use it for something else. But so far, this looks great. And then, oh, there's another one down there. Wow. So there's this color, so you can't really see it, but this is a nice, mm, it's not beige, it's like a tinge of pink in there. So it's a pale ivory pink. I feel like there's a better description or like words to describe it, but this looks really nice. And um it's crazy. It's like 100% cotton and it feels so nice. The other fabrics feel like this one. So then there's this one. This is like a nice one too because I do like these colors. I like wearing them. I feel like the color palette, especially for my old condo, is black, gray, and red. And I love those types of colors. Gray is definitely a favorite of mine. Like aesthetically, uh, having gray floors or like if you kind of get what I'm saying with that. I love that. Like I love silver type of jewelry. I don't wear gold jewelry. Rose gold, if anything. I just feel like gold just doesn't go with my complexion. So, kind of what I'm going at. But this I think is gorgeous, and I feel like this will be nice for like traditional type of outfits. You could even go professional with it, but if you know me, I'll probably go rogue and do something that is definitely more uh traditional Japanese type of inspired clothing. And then this one is more of like in ivory. I didn't know that there was this at the bottom. So that was a pleasant surprise. And they're also like just nice quality, and I'm really excited. Um, and I do want to sew some projects or sew some things for people that I'll be seeing in Ukraine. Um, I know one person says he really likes, because I was talking about making a kimono, and he's like, he really liked a kimono, and he showed me a picture of like, it was a red one, and so it, I think it was maybe like something to have around the house. So he liked that, and um, I, I feel like I could make him one because I was gonna get a kimono pattern. The I've been looking at it, and for some reason it's not coming to me, but it's on Etsy, and I have gotten a couple of those patterns. But it's interesting when like you get some things and you're thinking, oh, maybe this will work, and then it's not like you're not going to use it, but maybe it's not something that you'll use at the moment. So I have, it's the folkwear brand that has the patterns, and I really like folkwear patterns because they're really user friendly, and I I feel like it was great, especially I felt like it was kind of ambitious for me to make pants, maybe not for some people, but for like my brain not wrapping my head around pants, because you think you know pants until you put the pieces together to make the pants, and then all of a sudden you have two right sides, and it's just like it was a lot of seam ripping for making pants. And although I loved wearing them, like they're super comfortable, I don't really feel like going through it right now of making it. I wanted to make a top and bottom elastic band type of outfit for this summertime. So I might go on and do that. And maybe, well, I would like to make more shorts because I ran my shorts to the ground. I have the ones that I have, like, they're pretty much done. But um, there's a pattern that I'll be doing and purchasing. And it goes with other patterns that it's going to be a couple of a mix of those things. And so I'm really excited for it. Um, so since I'm on the Etsy site, and this is my new phone, I decided to go Samsung this time. I had iPhone for the last couple of years, and I'm pretty happy to go back to Samsung. I feel like the iPhone is user friendly. I heard there's more security with the iPhone. I still have it for different things and I keep it on hand, but um I think that like the Samsung is customizable. Like if you needed to do something on an iPhone, sometimes it takes a lot of space, or sometimes like they don't give you a lot of options. So it almost feels like you're kind of forced to do the download or forced to update certain things. And for somebody that had little to no space on my phone left, it was just like um coming to a close with it. I was talking to um my best friend, and she was like, "Oh well, because I told her I was saying, well, my phone's running out of storage. So that means it's time to get a new phone." And she's like, "Oh my God, that's exactly what I do." And I'm like, I tried clearing it, but I clear it. I didn't do that soon enough, so I don't have a lot of space on it at all. But I wanted to do this pattern. I technically saw a cheap one at Walmart, and I missed the sale at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents patterns because they're pretty expensive. They're like 20 bucks. Um, there was one like that at Walmart, and I almost got it. It was definitely not $20. But um, the reason why I was thinking about that one is because I like that it's higher, like uh higher waisted. And I know that I can make those adjustments on the other pattern, like that if I were to buy that at well, buy that in person, but I figured since that's already like the what I was looking for, except I was changing the top. I would change the top. I feel like that's good for me. So I was actually looking at patterns today, and I got like I got cheap ones, and it's so easy. It's simplicity. So there's the and then it's so simple. McCall's, and they're 2.97 each. So I want to make this dress, but I also want to use the top for this dress to combine with the dress that I just showed because um it's I don't think it's necessarily about I think it's like a balance, and I feel like um I think I do have a fuller bust, so for me to for it to not look like so a lot, that I kind of balance it by bringing the collar or like the neckline down to just make it seem like give it a better shape, and that's what I feel like I'll do. And then I also feel like I'll use this dress for another one now that I look at it. And I got a lot of theatrical or like specific patterns from folkwear, which is great. I love the folkwear ones, but I also am thinking maybe have staples. And this one I've done before on my own. So this is the oh, it's nice. It says like you need 4 yards for this, and it says you need 4 yards for the other one. Um, okay, so I've made like a three-tiered skirt before, but honestly, well, it did work out, and I'm happy with what I came up with. I don't have my measurements or the thing that I did with it. I'll have to do it again at some point, write down those things um and uh make the pattern from there. But sometimes I just feel like I think this would be nice to just go all in with the project and just go immediately with it. So I felt like this would be nice to have. And I really love my skirts, so I'm excited, and I love the three-tiered skirts, and I'm gonna do a patchwork dress, the one that I was showing, and then combining it with the other dress top. So it'll be exciting for me. And now I have this fabric. My mom got like sale fabric, but I noticed that this fabric is, or like the bed sheet set that was on sale. It was for a twin bed and not any of the like we there's no twin beds in the house, so I'm going to um well my parents know that I'm going to use this, so I was thinking I would make a dress, but I'm not completely sure yet, so I'm gonna just keep that and not do anything with it until inspiration hits with it. But so far the patchwork skirt has just been calling to me, so or the patchwork dress now, because I was thinking about it. And there's this other sewist, Carly, and I hope I'm gonna say her name correctly because I just love the one that she came out with, and she's from Australia. So, so, from Carly B. So she did a patchwork dress, and I loved it so much. So I really want to do my own rendition of it, or I don't know if that's like necessarily the right word to use, or my version of it. Um, so for a long time, I've been showing like, oh yeah, I have some patches. I'm gonna cut up 9x9s. I usually do. Um, 9 9x9s, and then 5 of them, and then 4 down is usually great for my height because I noticed that the last time I was doing a patchwork skirt, I really had to cut into the fifth row because it was too long for me and I was literally stepping on it. And for some reason, like the handmade clothes, I guess they just get so much dirtier than the ones that you get from the store. I don't know. But because like I mean, I've stepped on my clothes before, honestly, and you barely see any dirt from it. But if you step on, like, I guess the cotton sheets, and it's almost like you rub all of the fabric on the road, and you see it all blackened up. So I really had to shorten that, and I actually wear that skirt a lot. But this one is the fabric that I'm going to cut more of. I am surprised I have a 4-day weekend for my work. Oops. So I am gonna do some research, and I have a meeting tomorrow, in an informal meeting, but I'm excited to see them because it's with the psychologist that I work with from Ukraine, and they had a really bad storm the other day, so she didn't have electricity to do the meeting the other day. So we decided to do just like a short type of video or meeting, and then we'll have the regular meeting the following week. So um, I'll wake up for that, and I did make a, a recipe or food from the recipe book that my Ukrainian friend gifted me, and I loved it so much. I am going to make it again today. It's a Moldovan filled bread. So I'm so sorry, I don't think I'm going to say it correctly. It has like kefir in the dough, and I got the lactose free. It was like basically 3 times as much. But I figured if I got it and I really enjoyed it, then maybe like I feel like I would use it more freely than if I were to get one, and I might use it more sparingly, or like just with a little bit of precaution. The filling, you could do any filling you want, but I stuck with the filling that they'd said because I loved everything in there. And one of them was like feta cheese, and feta cheese is a lot easier to metabolize for me. So, I don't really get a reaction from feta cheese, but like uh cow cheese, sometimes I would get hives from it. So I've been really happy with it, and I feel like I'm going to incorporate more feta into my diet because um, I felt like my gut was happy about that. Sometimes I feel like it's pretty imbalanced sometimes in my stomach, so it's nice. And I have said with the some Ukrainian people that I talked to, I was like, I crave milk, and I do drink a lot of lactose-free milk, and it affects well, in general, like the dairy affects my digestive system and my immune system. So I watch out for it, but I'm happy about this recipe, so I will probably post it on Instagram. So these are the ones I really wanted a lot of. I feel like I had more, but I really wanted to have tartan or plaid in there. I'm sorry, and I'm excited. I'm hoping that like I could get more of that type of fabric when I'm in Europe. And I got another seam ripper. I'm sure that my seam ripper is somewhere here. I just don't know where it is. And I do like this shaped seam ripper, so I got this one. And I hope I don't forget anything because I'm trying not to post so much. But I went to the thrift store. Well, to I check it here and there, and I found this, and it's a little beat up, but honestly, like I thought it was so cool. So this is the the Clark's brand um JMP coats, best six cord. Hopefully I said it correctly because I know what I'm talking about. It's the thread that um I I use sometimes, and um I just think that that's so cool. It was only $1.50, and I wasn't sure. I feel more comfortable with these types of cases because sometimes, like when I get certain things, like a bag at the thrift store, especially the one that I go to, it has a specific smell, like a cleaning smell that it's hard to get out. And like when I buy the bags there, because I sometimes can't clean the bags well, in terms of like putting it in the wash, I clean it as much as I can. There's still the lingering scent of the thrift store. Like I can put you know, the bed sheets and the pillowcases in the wash. So I did wash. I wiped this down. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna put like um, sewing supplies that I would bring to Ukraine, or I might put like makeup in here. I do have a makeup bag, but it might be nice to have it in here too because it's like not gonna um, get damaged, hopefully. But I'm probably gonna go through Poland first because there isn't a direct flight. And then I do like over time I might bring like my baking stuff, so I have a tin container that has some of my piping tips, so I could bring that. And it'll be over time, but it's nice. And like honestly, it's you might as well just keep going with it. Um, and those were the things that I got. I did break my charger for my other laptop that I got from school when I was doing the college course, the mini college course, like recently. And I wasn't being careful. I fell asleep, and I had the thought that, like, oh, it's at the end of the bed. I hope I don't knock it over. Me knocking it over. The laptop's okay, but the charger tip fell off, and I tried putting it back, and I couldn't. So it it has the same plug or the tip as like this USB-C. I'm sorry, I don't know if I say that correctly. So I attach it to my um, voltage converter or transformer, and it charges it well. So I'll just have that for now because I didn't want to invest in the laptop anymore because I appreciate it for what it is, but I much prefer the laptop that I have here. And eventually, I think I'm going to invest in another laptop just to have and the have like a different outlet plug and stuff. Um, just in case, because sometimes I hear like sometimes when you travel and you have the converter and like the thing just like doesn't it's not the right voltage or like something happens. So um maybe when I'm there I might see, and I want to look at um preferably vintage sewing machines. But if I can't get that, that's okay. But one of the mentees actually said that she would give me her sewing machine, so I thought that was so sweet. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Um, but I don't know if I'd be able to see her the next time I'm there, just because um, Ukraine is very large. So I'll have to be traveling, and it'll be a lot of traveling just to get into Ukraine and to my destination. But I'll talk about it at another time. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.